Hello and welcome, top of the morning to ya. My name is Phil, aka JCServant, the Utah and Polygamist with RPGamer.com, your source for news, reviews, and home to the best gaming community on the net. Check out everything we have to offer over there at rpgamer.com, including our fabulous Discord community, rpgamer.com/Discord, to join in on the conversation where we're talking about role playing games from the way back when, right up through today, right there on the channel, day in and day out. We'd love to have you as part of the conversation. And Pause cannot be here this morning, so I am just playing a little Final Fantasy Pixel Remastered while she is out to basically keep the ship running and stuff. So let me go ahead and pull that guy up, and we will get this party started. Music is so good. So good. Not gonna lie. Top of the morning to you, Mr. Peter. Top of the morning to you. This music is so good. I was watching in interview or something yesterday where they were talking about how the creator or the music, the composer, whatever, came back just to recompose all these songs. So you're not just getting a straight up orchestrated version. You're not getting you are getting just a fabulous masterpiece. I'm gonna talk just a little bit less than normal at times because I want the music to come through. It's just that the music is so bloody good. It's not even funny. It really isn't. It's just that good. One second here, I'm a little problem with OBS. Oh, so good, so good, so good, so good. I am just very happy with this. The graphics are great. I like the graphics. Obviously, they retouch these up and remaster this. And honestly, with a title like Final Fantasy Pixel Remastered, honestly, this is all I was really expecting was a graphical touch-up and having it work in Windows 10. That's what Square Enix usually tends to basically half-assed these remakes. I was not expecting. They did such a great, and they did half-ass the font, but everything else in this game is so well done. It is well worth the money. Let's see. Just so well worth it. What do we have here? We got a better shield. We should buy the better shield. Oh. Let's go ahead and equip everybody with the best of everything. And you can just hear the quality of the music is just so good. Just so well done. Let's get the mouse off the screen. Welcome. Let's buy some more potions for the trip here. Obviously, some other quality of life tweaks if you're used to the original, including making it easier to buy the stuff. Thanks. Let's see here. Let me just take a look at our magic. We have Kira and Diara. We have Fyra and Tipper. Whatever. We have spells. Let me see what we have for 4th level here. You got the mini maps, which are nice. We have 4th. We even have 5th level spells. That's insane. We're already ready for 5th level spells, but of course we can't actually afford them. Let's see here. We have Poison Up, which cures poison. Cures poison, that's a 4th level spell, and it's kind of like, wow, that's high level just to cure poison. Most games do that like 1st or 2nd level. Pretty low level, and this is going to take a 4th level slot, and, you know, seems rather silly. Fox Cure Silence. And the funny thing is you could probably do that stuff with items, so really those spells just seem kind of like a way to save money, but they're high-level spell slots, so if you go into your items here, let's see how much those items cost, but Antidote's only 50, so that's really cheap. Echo Grass is only 50, so that's really cheap. Anybody can use those things. So burning 4th level spell slots just to be able to cure silence doesn't seem like the best use of mana, or whatever you want to call it. Magic power juice. Peter, I always have time for you. I always have time for Peter. Did I not buy him a 4th level spell yet? We do not have a 4th level spell. We do not have a 4th level spell for any of them, honestly. Haste doubles attacks, which is probably going to be super good, really. I mean... puts one enemy to sleep doesn't seem super exciting. We need to grind up a lot more money. It's the living legend himself, Mr. Scar. The Mr. Scar will be on later tonight with his random wheel of classic RPGs. You'll want to catch him. I believe that's around 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so you want to catch that right here. And he has been playing, I believe, Final Fantasy II Pixel Remastered, and will tell you that that has been a fun experience. In making these remasters, they have done some gameplay tweaks to the original formula, rebalancing and the such, and I think those of you who've given the original 2 a shot like I did, and found it a bit wanting, will find some of that has been tweaked out. And here goes the music again. Let's do this. Oh, Final Fantasy 3 too, yeah. I just love the battle music. We got some level ups out of that. Tam goes up, 264 hit points. Strength goes up, stamina goes up. Doomerang gets 3 whopping hit points. Strength, stamina, and luck all go up a point. Moogle jumps up, 24 hit points, with some stamina and intellect going up to 28. And holy cow, we got a lot of poison people. Wow, that's a way to tear through antidotes right there. That wasn't very nice. We might have to go back to the town here since we're right here and just buy some more. Let's go ahead and burn. Let's watch the world burn here. Like, if you're gonna just like grind around town anyways, might as well make everything burn. Chu goes up a level. She is up 26 hit points, but gets no other stats because white mages don't need stats. Let's see here. Auto battle that. Just get yourself a little extra gold for the road here. Oh, it's Chris. Chris has been doing the second one. Scar's been doing the third one. And guys, what do you think of Final Fantasy 2 and 3 Pixel Remastered? Make your details or make your thoughts as detailed as you would like. Let's read this on the air. Let's get a little bit more before we head out. Preemptive strike. Devious assassin. Top of the morning to you, mate. We're just gonna do that. We'll dance there. Oh, look, you get an antidote just from doing that. We'll do one more, and then we'll grab some antidotes, and we'll head out to the Earth Cave. Testing. Okay, I'll turn that down a little bit right now, so I can talk a little bit more here. So we're going to go ahead and do some we'll rest. We'll get some move the mouse. Is what we're going to do. We'll grab some more antidotes, and then we'll head back out. So I just think this is fabulous. I know that there's been a lot of debate over the previous remakes and whether or not the pixels look great, or the art style they used was correct or best, or whether it was attractive or not, or whatever have you. There's been a lot of discussion, on that. Everyone's got their own opinion on that, and I won't go too much into detail. I will tell you, with the iOS remakes, my knee-jerk reaction definitely to a lot of that was bleh, when it came to those particular remakes. But I can understand why some people like it, and I eventually get used to it. It wasn't a big deal, but for me, these games have never really been focused on the graphics, right? I mean, unless you just switch them out with black and white characters or characters of text, I don't think I would really. I'm not going to get my nostril hairs up tied up into a knot and whatnot. Um, what but with that being said, here these graphics are pretty pleasant to me. They aren't super mind blowing. I think it could be argued that the PSP, remake, you might find that more attractive. I popped that in last night just to take another look at it, and I think that looked pretty good too. But I'm just fine with the way this game looks. It's pretty good. It looks fine. I've heard a lot of people really very unhappy with this font. I know you can you can very easily switch out the font on the PC. There is a guy out there who's made fonts available that make this look closer to something like I think as he said, like the Earthbound game. So if you want something a little bit more, if you're really wound up about the font. For me, that's not a big deal, either. It's fine, it's a computer font. I would have liked them to put more effort into the font, but it's, again, for me, it's not the end of the world. But holy cow, the music is just so well done. It is so well done. So the master himself, the composer of the original Final Fantasy, who's had falling outs with Square Enix and has come back to remaster these songs and re-record them, and the result is nothing short of mind-blowingly phenomenal. It's just so well done. I can't. I'm gonna put this on. Just so good. I could listen to it all day. In fact, I think I will. So that's really cool. They do have some quality of life stuff added in here as well. They've rebalanced things. They've tweaked things. You've got mini maps all over the place, including the towns. You get the mini map for the world right there, right at the beginning, making it much easier to get around. You've got you can save anywhere. You got automatic saves that happen when you go into dungeon and stuff. So if you forgot to save and you die, it isn't quite as painful. So they've added some modern day sensibilities, quality of life stuff in there. So that all is really awesome as well. I think just I think what's really just blown my mind away is, again, how good the music is. If you've watched my streams, you know that I have never been a really big, oh, my head's over the minimap. I didn't even notice my head's over the minimap. But I've never been a really huge, music person, sound person, whatever. It's the last thing I mention in a review, and I only do it because it's kind of the form of the review. I just don't even think about it. But the music in this game is just so well done. And then, yeah, of course, you could add the nostalgia value on top of, at least for Final Fantasy 1, but dang, nab is the music done well, and whatnot. So let's read some of the comments here. The upgrades for the first game are in the second. Ultimate is now very strong. They fixed it. Good. Peter says the pixels are pretty sharp, like Legos, and good. It's good. In fact, I think the pixels might be made of multiple pixels. It's high class there. Yeah, they definitely went for a super pixel remaster and whatever have you. I think this is pretty darn. This is probably, for me, the pixels are definitely an upgrade. I don't think it's the best pixel work personally I've seen, but it's really darn good. Stats go up faster, say Spare Embrace. I'm assuming something Final Fantasy 2. Hey, oh, there's Kevin from my good friend Kevin. Yeah, we need to come out more, have more Shabu. Yeah, we missed you. We talk about you from time to time. It has been, my new job has just been really killer, and the such. So we haven't been quite getting out as much. But we will definitely have to make a trip out there. I'll have to talk to surely about it. Maybe now that things are changing a little bit, we might be able to make that happen. We got some poison people here. Good thing we bought some more antidotes. So let's go ahead and use this. Final Fantasy remakes are awesome. Kevin, don't walk, run and buy this game. Buy the whole collection. If you're a fan at all of Final Fantasy games, this is just so well done. And I don't say that as a fanboy. I'm too old to be, oh my gosh, it's a remake. But no, it is really legitimately a well done remake. And I keep putting the mouse on the screen. It is just really that well done. Loving them myself, done with the first and second, says the living legend himself, Spare Ombres. And when the living legend speaks, everybody else needs to listen. He's called the living legend for a reason. So keep that in mind. But yeah, no, this is just absolutely fantastic. Just can't praise it enough. You also have the auto battler. I don't think I mentioned that. Hopefully I'm not repeating myself. It's the morning. I haven't had enough coffee yet. But you do have the remaster here. And you got the auto battler, I mean. And so you can just hit the button and those guys will go at it. And in these early games where it was a lot of attack, heal, that's a very welcome addition. It just all culminates to such a great great game that I can wholeheartedly say, in my humble opinion, that this is the way to play the the original Final Fantasy games. For the first 3, at least. They haven't released 4 through 6 yet, but I don't even know. I don't even know how I'm going to be able to handle Final Fantasy 4 and 6 if the music's remade this well, because I love 4 and I really love 6. Is my favorite JRPG of all time, and the music in that game is already phenomenal, and I listen to it every chance I can get. So I can't even imagine what that sounds like completely remixed and remastered by the master composer himself. I'm just going to I'm just gonna implode. I don't know. Reduces all enemies, ice damage. I don't know if you can make spiders go to sleep. Let's try. I got one spider asleep. That's great. I'm really looking forward to 4 or 6. Yeah, no, just really, really great. And they have turned, I mean, like I said, I encourage you to go and check out the older ones, because they've actually turned these into games that I think I could even recommend to people who haven't played the earlier games. Like, if you just like JRPGs, you should go ahead and give this guy a shot here. This is actually, I mean, I've always said this before. You guys have watched my streams, you know. I've always said that, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, Dragon Quest, things like that, a lot of those old NES JRPGs are really hard to recommend to the generations today. You know, we play them with rose-colored glasses on, you know, us old people and stuff, and you know, we like them because of nostalgia. But there's so many better uses for your time today for, I mean, so many different ways, better ways to experience JRPGs today, including the very excellent Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy IX, Final Fantasy X, and then Dragon Quest, you know, like 11S, you know, whatever, 10S, whatever it is. You know, there's a lot there. But now these are actually bring these up, in my opinion, make these absolutely worth giving a shot today, even for those people who don't have the nostalgia goggles on. Let's go ahead and antidote him. Hey, Elizara Kitty. That name's familiar. I think I've seen you somewhere before. A cat approaches. Oh, we got a phoenix down. Got some nice dungeon music here, too. And we have some more More battles. Oh good, one of them fleed. One less one to pound on us every round. Let's cure up our fighter there. Boy, cure doesn't quite do what it used to do. All right, let's move over here and slip on over here. If you're just joining us, welcome. My name is Phil, aka JCServant, the Utah Polygamist, with RPGamer.com, your source for news, reviews, and home to the best gaming community on the net. Check out everything we have to offer over at RPGamer.com, including tons of podcasts like the RPG Backtrack, where we talk about RPGs from the way back when, right up through yesteryear. Download it with your favorite podcast catcher or Apple iTunes. If you listen to episodes anywhere between episodes 10 and 200-ish, you'll hear me on there because I hosted it for many years before I went full-time twitching. So come and check it out over at rpgamer.com. Find the heal staff. Oh yeah, the heal staff, right? Oh yeah, who could forget the heal staff? That is true. Oh my gosh, have I heard about the popularity of Final Fantasy XIV? Asks Synthetic. Holy cow! Yeah, we have talked about that here on this stream. It is pretty wild and crazy and awesome, and I'm very happy for Square Enix. You know, all of these big corporations have their problems, right? So I want to be clear, I'm not the biggest fan as these corporations get big and stuff. And I hear people saying, oh, I'm not going to play Blizzard anymore because of what's going on and the allegations that are coming out and blah, 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 blah. I don't care about any of that stuff because they all got their hands in bad things that they shouldn't be doing, okay? Square Enix has done some really crummy things with some of their IPs. And so has, you know, and Blizzard, especially after they got taken over from Activision. All these companies, the bigger they get, the worse they get. This is just a truism. It's a truism of most organizations. Governments, it doesn't matter. All I care about as a gamer is whether or not your game is good. That's it. And in reality, that's ultimately what it comes down to for most gamers. And Final Fantasy XIV Online is a really, really good game. It's a really good game. So it's nice to see it getting more attention. Blizzard has left it opening, not only because of all this scandalous stuff that's making people leave, but more importantly, their expansions are boring. They don't tell a good story. They haven't told a good story in a long time. And people forget that they're not just MMOs, they're MMORPGs. And RPGs need to tell a good story. Now, it probably logically follows that when you have a horrible workplace environment, people don't feel creative enough to write a good story. When you make them work a bunch of hours in a row and tell them they suck, they don't feel like writing a good story. I've worked in such environments before. So, but regardless, yes, there's a huge surge in Final Fantasy XIV, and I'm very happy for them. Because I miss good stories in my RPGs, even my single-player RPGs. Doomerang levels up, goes up to 222 hit points and gains a point of agility. Chew levels up, gaining 4 hit points. Strength, agility, stamina, and luck all increase. Final Fantasy XIV, why, that's the game you can play for free up until level 60, says Scar the Walking Commercial. Sorry it took me so long to answer. Oh, there's no rush, kitty. I'm on for about another hour. Chatty needed an update, I hear ya. I think for a lot of people, the allegations were kind of falling straw for them. Most of Blizzard's games are just bad now. Yeah, Blizzard hasn't pumped out a good game in a while. I still like to play StarCraft, but that's an older game that they've updated several times over the years and have done a good job of updating that. So, but yeah, I haven't spent a lot of time lately in in Blizzard games, just because they've just gotten stale. Really kind of stale. Let's see what else y'all say. He's heard me rant and rave about Final Fantasy 14 for months, says Tam. Yeah, absolutely. If you need reasons to play Final Fantasy 14, you will find no shortage of advocates out on our Discord channel, which you can head on over to our Discord channel and hear all of that for yourself. It's great. Let's see if we can just try to be a little bit smarter about this fight. Let's see here. I also run a cross server called CTY International if you're on a server cluster that excels on. Let me go ahead and kill all these guys off. Final Fantasy 14 is the best in Final Fantasy 4 since like Tipville. You gotta check it. I know, right? Feel free to ask me for an invite and chase me for it. I know, Tam. I know. I will say, you know, when I played Final Fantasy 14 many moons ago, and now I can't remember if I've been through this row or not. Great. Let me look at the minimap. Will the minimap give me a clue? Okay, maybe I haven't been through this row of rooms before. I don't remember. Oh, whoa, poisoned. But the community's always been very polite. We have a great RP gamer community. We have a lot of people, you know, who are just, the minute you say, hey, I'm playing Final Fantasy 14, can someone show, oh, Ben, you'll have people jumping all over to help you, unlike World of Warcraft, where there tend to be a bunch of jerks. So, that is definitely a thing. Let's potion people up here. Can't have party members running around with low hit points. Let's go ahead and attack these guys. Let's see here. LS equals link shell. Yeah. Let's see here. So tonight, as I mentioned, Scar will be streaming starting at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Then I will be on playing. Speaking of Spare Hombres here, Spare Hombres, I and a Pleasant Stranger who approaches will be playing Phantasy Star Online New Genesis. But Spare Hombres, did you hear? Are you still there, Spare Hombres? Let's see if Spare Hombres is still there. And I am now really tearing through whatever magic items I happen to bring with me here. Spare Hombres, did you see the chat? They're saying we should give up on Phantasy Star Online and play Final Fantasy Online instead. What are your thoughts there? Ooh, big treasure chest. Monsters. Yeah, that treasure chest didn't look. Oh, stars, mages. This is a little concerning. Boy. Oh. We're going to haste up our fighter here and try to be a little more offensive. I have vague memories of these guys being very painful, and they are hitting pretty hard. Good thing to have the weak, fleshy guys defend here. One free is not... But Chris, they just said you can play up to level 60 for free. You could totally play up to level 60 for free. Doesn't that get you excited? Okay. You obtained the crown. The crown? Was I supposed to get the crown? Is that a thing? Is that like what I'm supposed to do in this dungeon? What the hell's the crown? I don't even know what the crown is. A crown that shimmers mysteriously. Well, that tells you what I apparently don't pay attention to the storyline. I didn't even know I was supposed to get a crown. Hey, Hey, Retro Gamer, thank you so much for following. I really appreciate it. My name is Phil, aka JCServant, the Utah and Polygamist. I stream here 6 nights a week, starting at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. This is a special surprise morning stream. I occasionally do surprise streams. You can catch my surprise streams by subscribing to me on Twitter at JCServant or just being a part of our Discord community, rpgamer.com/Discord. Come be part of the community, and you won't miss a podcast or a vidcast or whatever we call these things. Let's see here. But you're not in a group. You can't make group with a free account. I don't understand really what that means. No kidding. I've had to wait in a queue for a while during the daytime. Right. Yeah, I'm kind of a patient guy, right? So Final Fantasy 14 is all the rage right now. I know that they're having problems with queues and crowding and stuff, and I don't really care for waiting when I log in. So I have no problem waiting until the dust settles on all of this silliness, and wait till it becomes less popular. That would be fine too. Wow, these things really are physical resistance. Gonna hit at least one of these guys with magic, or we're gonna be here all day. That the other one fled. Boy, those things aren't even worth fighting, really. They don't give you a whole lot. Omnicrafter. Let me know if you need some gear. Yeah, not that much of a wait. Well, in Asmongold, so Asmongold, and for those of you who don't know, Asmongold's a really big WoW streamer, and part of this whole fiasco of people migrating over to Final Fantasy had to do when he left World of Warcraft, or at least suspended or stopped playing it for a while. He's not leaving World of Warcraft. He is primarily a World of Warcraft streamer, and he's going to stick with that. But he's spending some time with Final Fantasy 14. And I've never really paid much attention to him in the past. But oh, we got a door sealed with a mystic key down here. Good to know. We got dungeons all over the place with mystic keys. But he played it. He did a review of it just recently, and he had some really well detailed out thoughts about the game and the story in it. And I thought that it was very well said, very well spoken. Clearly a cultured guy who understands gaming and RPGs, and I appreciated that he focused quite a bit on the story, which is important to me. I know, most people just in the MMOs for the mechanics and all this other jazz, but I still like my games to have a lot of story. So now, ultimately, games usually come down to me for mechanics. I've said this before. I can ultimately suffer through an RPG that has really great combat and mechanics and has a sucky story. But if it has a really great story and really barely bad mechanics, I can't stay with it for too long. If it's a shorter game, I'll enjoy it, but I won't be able to do it for like 60 hours. If the combat is really boring, it's just not going to be a thing. But I'm the guy who beat Grandia. Was it 3? With one of the worst stories of voice acting ever. But it was just, I love the combat system in that game. Yeah, he's the biggest MMO streamer on the web. That's the other reason I probably don't jump into it is a lot of what I play, I like to be able to stream, and I feel like Final Fantasy 14 streaming is already done to death. It's a very crowded field. And one of the things you kind of learn with streaming, if you want to have anybody watching, is you need to play those games that have some audience, but aren't super popular and already, saturated with streamers. All right, so that one's sealed with the Mystic Key too. So I think we can start heading out of here. I guess those guys I thought were kind of the bosses, and I got the big item for the thing. Omni Crafter. That's funny. Preemptive Strike. Let's see here, since we got some magic to spare. Oh, I was kind of hoping that would have had more of an effect. I got magic. I think one it's funny, we talk about the vaccine hesitant, well then there's the Final Fantasy 14 online hesitant. And I think I'm one of those hesitant people, and despite all the great stuff I hear about it, at the end of the day, I'm Final Fantasy 14 hesitant because it's still an MMO, and MMOs are designed to be time-consuming. They're incentivized to be time-consuming. Even when they try to tighten things up, give you fast travel, things like that, they're built on the premise of being time-consuming. Everything in a multiplayer MMO takes longer than it does in a single-player game. The vast majority of time. Everything's overly grindy. And so, I just got so many great single-player games on my backlogs that games on my bucket list, what I call my bucket list, and I can show you guys my bucket list, but I got so many great games that I just need to get through that, yeah. Yeah, then you cold turkey all your console games and stuff. Yeah, exactly, Scar. So, I mean, I could show you guys. So, like a lot of people that are my age, give or take 10 years, I have a huge collection of games that have unfortunately turned into a huge backlog. Hashtag first world problems, hashtag spoiled, hashtag overgrown child. And I went through those games on a spreadsheet, and I classified them into games that I had basically completed, games that I consider to be what I call evergreen or foundational, which are games like StarCraft, which are games I tend to install on every computer and play here and there because they're like comfort food and they just don't ever seem to get old and boring. Earth Defense Force, another great example of that. And what else? Then I classified some as I'll never play them, classified some as low priority, classified some as regular good old-fashioned backlog, and then classified some as foundational, which means I really, really need to play. These are games that my friends have told me are really, really awesome. They reviewed really, really, really well. They don't have to just review well, they have to also be something that looks like it would be my kind of game. And I mean, it's the bucket list. These are the games that I would just love to make sure I get to play before I kick the bucket. That's what a bucket list is. And in that list alone, I have 200 games. Without getting into the other games that look pretty darn good, that are just my backlog, without even talking about the low priority games that I paid money for. At one point, I thought I would like that don't quite look appealing quite nowadays, but maybe there's something good there. So it's just, you look at MMOs, and I remember playing Final Fantasy 14. Now, granted, this back in the day, they've tweaked things and whatever have you, but I remember just how much time it took me to figure out how to get around the main town, much less try to figure out how to buy stuff off the auction house, which is kind of a necessity. Like, everything in... Oh, let's teach you about the little system where you can get a sidekick person, whatever, who goes out and does stuff for you when you're logged out. That's a whole system, and you got to learn it, and you got to figure out how it works. And sometimes things aren't explained well in MMOs, so you gotta go look it up online or ask a friend. And it's just time. It just sucks up time. Tam goes up in level, increases 26 hit points. Strength and luck increases. Moogle increases 2 hit points. Strength, stamina, and intellect all go up. So, yeah, these are things. As I head out of this dungeon here, go back to town because I don't have an exit spell. It's good grinding, anyways. Oh. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Doomerang goes up in level. Gains 27 hit points. Strength and luck both increase. Yeah, we have Shin Megami Tensei 5. I haven't even beaten Shin Megami Tensei 4. And that's a really good RPG on the 3DS. Like, there's so many good games. So many. So many. Chu goes up in level. Holy cow. She gets 28 hit points. Strength, agility, stamina, and luck all jump up. I'm on a real life quest called Learn to Drive. There you go. Yeah, Tales of Arise, Super Robot Wars. There's a lot of really great single-player games, and so I just think, like, just getting through the original content to get up through level 60, there's some good story bits in there. Asmongold talked about how good the story was, just in that, and it's going to get better with the expansions. But again, I think about the time it would take to get through that, and I'm like, I could get through several of these bucket list games that are also super, super, super good, and unlike an MMO, they're going to have really, really good gameplay. Because at the end of the day, MMO's gameplays are just as constrained as their other elements. Because they have to be able to be massively multiplayer online games. So their gameplays tend to be boring relative to normal RPGs. I can't play an entire party in an MMO with different skills and all this stuff. I gotta wait for cooldowns. I gotta stand there. It's, especially those older games. It's okay. Don't get me wrong. It's just, it's not exciting. Especially when you know, games like Shin Megami Tensei show you that grinding and going through smaller battles can be exciting. You guys have heard me criticize the MMO formula of attack, heal. Not a fan. I mean, that design was okay back here in Final Fantasy 1 days. Dragon Quest 4. RPGs nowadays need to bring new stuff to the table. Turn-based RPGs need to have better combat systems that are more interesting. I remember Shadow Hearts on the PlayStation 2. It had a simple addition to the turn-based formula. It added a wheel that would spin around, and when you pressed it, determine whether you hit or not. And it was really cool. It was really, really cool. And it made that formula a lot more exciting. Paralyze one enemy, lowers evasion of all enemies. That sounds good. Yeah. So I don't know how I got off on a tangent. Yeah, Super Robot Wars. Do I pre-order another game? Decisions, right? The World Ends With You. OMG, that game looks great. Neo? That game looks fabulous. Fabulous. Looks absolutely fabulous. I don't think I really am dying to restore a little hit points to the whole party. I think I'll do that. As we have a little bit more money to get some better spells here. I want the game with motion controls. Scar, motion controls is your thing. Unlike you, I don't steal gimmicks from the other streamers on the team, okay? I am not stealing your gimmick. Did you talk to the gravestones? We should talk to the gravestones. Okay, we'll go talk to the gravestones. But Scar, that's all you, my friend. You know, playing those games with motion controls, that's a Scar thing. But by the way, come watch Scar stream. Well, he will play with motion controls. I never saw anything as funny as watching Scar try to play with those controls. To me, that was the funniest thing ever. The 4th level white mage spells suck. And to be fair, that was a problem with Dungeons & Dragons, was the cleric spells in the mid-levels tend to just be stupid. Put enemy to sleep, causes enemies to turn on each other, ice damage to all enemies, and haste. Okay, we'll do... Alright, so we're supposed to talk to some graveyard. Yeah, a link one, yeah. Oh, I think that's what we need the crowns for the Elf Prince. I totally don't remember. It's too early for this RPG stuff. No one knows where Astos, King of the Dark Elves, has gone. Alright, here's the graveyard. Let's talk to the gravestones. Here lies Link. It's a gravestone. That's funny. Alright, so let's go up and talk to the Elven Castle. Astos curse, put a prince, will unite our slumbering prince. Okay, that's right. Something about prince sleeping over here. Prince has put Astos curse for 5 years now. There must be a concoction that will rust asleep, but who knows where. Z. What am I supposed to do with this crown? I got this crown. So the crown doesn't wake him up. What am I supposed to do with this crown? I have no gimmicks. First of all, let's see here. I'm gonna respond to this message here real quick. Okay. Got a couple text messages you gotta answer once in a while there. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. DQ3 lost. I liked it, Dragon Quest 3 actually. I did enjoy that. They need to do. Well, they are doing a real remaster. I think that was not Dragon Quest 3 they're doing. I like Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3. I mean, 1. I wouldn't recommend 1 to a new player today. Or 2 probably. I mean, they're all kind of old school, but they're really. I mean, I think they were pretty well done, especially if you play one of the remakey ones. What am I supposed to do with this crown, guys? Does anybody remember what I'm supposed to do with the crown? Can anybody out there help me? One of you Final Fantasy 1? Well, I stretch out here. Well, that feels good. Castle north of the Marsh Cave. Oh, there's a castle north of the Marsh Cave. Oh my gosh, I gotta run all the way over there. Whew. Crown's the key to find Marsh Cave, but is guarded by pickled Domarans. After Light Warriors obtain the crown, they battle with Astos. Later, at the Citadel of Trials, they use the crown to gain access to the trial, which allows them to seek the class change. Oh. Well, we've done that. Mission accomplished there. Alright. Alright, thank you for that help. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the remake of Dragon Quest 3, but I played the original, a fan-translated copy of the original through emulation, and I really enjoyed it. I did use an FAQ because there are some, and when it comes to those Dragon Quest games, they feature one of my most hated mechanics, which is the idea that stuff that you absolutely need to progress is hidden, and I hate that stuff, so I FAQ'd through it. But it really wasn't even that much. I think it was just here or there. Yeah, Yeah. I really like Dragon Quest 1 through 5 overall. 6 and 7 just completely lost me. I need to give 8 more of a chance. I would love a HD kind of remake on that on the Switch. I don't know why they haven't already. That game has a lot of accolades, but I never quite got through it. Oh, did I not rest at the end? Ugh. Oh, fancy Blizzard magic there. Ugh. Let's go back to town and rest just in case. Oh wait, now I got cottage or something. We have items. Let's see, cottage gives you fully restores hit points and magic points. A sleeping bag gives you hit points. A tent gives you back. Partially restores the hit points. I'll take partial. That should be... That's probably good enough for now. Western Keep. Yeah, this looks a little dangerous. Looks like someone could use a little dust up here. Okay, no random encounters so far. We got another mystic key deal there. I apparently have taken the very scenic route around. Oh, look at the bat. Kiki. Bat is so cute. Oh, look at the happy little king. Mwahaha, you fools fell right into my trap. I am Master's Dark King of the King of the Dark Elves. Oh, did we get a cool boss battle music with this? With the combined power of the crown you hold and the crystal I already possess, I will become the true Elf King. It is useless to resist me. I can take what is mine by sheer force. Ooh. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Got some big music here. Okay. Well, let's I don't know if he does really any sort of fire or magic here. Can raise an ally's defense. We'll start with her. And then we will have him go ahead and haste our fighter. Oh no, darkness on the mage. I don't know if I bought eye drops. Let's see, do we have eye drops? Of course I don't have eye drops. Why would I have eye drops? Grrr. I'll just have them defend. Yeah, because I don't have anything to cure blind. I got guns. I need guns. Let's see here. I don't think he's undead, so I doubt Dia's really going to be very helpful. I'll just go ahead and protect our wizard here. Wonder if he can't be slowed. Miss. Protecto! Protecto! We can raise some invasion here. Let's see. Boop-de-boop-a-doop-a-doo. We'll go ahead and raise his attacks. Maybe that blind will wear off. Oh, death! Death? How is that even fair? I'm like level, you know, low level. What the heck? Really? That's not even fair. I have one Phoenix down that I found in a chest. Did not think I was going to be dealing with yeah. It's kind of rude. Oh, he does do fire. Learn something new every day. Oh. He's got some pretty nasty magic, but he's apparently a glass cannon. And he is going down like the stock market. We got the crystal eye. Poor Tam there. He took that one on the chin. Interesting decision to go back to kind of like the Vancian casting system. It's not quite the Vancian casting system, but it's close. It is the original Final Fantasy 1 kind of deal. Which, as far as I know, is the first video. I could be wrong. I'm trying to remember how the some of the older games did it, but it might have been the first one that did like kind of like a semi-Vancian casting system. Oh, I like how the white mage has little cute blue eyes. That's cute. Yeah, you know, so I think when you compare like the character design here compared to the PSP had like those characters looked a little bit more realistic, just a little bit. But I feel like this is truer to like probably what they want to do with the original art. Whereas the Nintendo version, you know, the hardware was limited. And I think as a result, the characters didn't look that great. And they were more disproportionate than they probably intended. Oh, hunting rare monsters in 2. Yeah. Love the overhead music here, though. Just sweeping orchestral. It's awesome. It's great. Now, I really enjoy games where RPGs where you get to do an entire party as opposed to one character who can kind of do everything they need to do through hook or by crook. There's some lightning for you boys. I am using the Xbox wireless Bluetooth controller that works pretty well with most modern computers running Windows 10. And I usually keep it powered with some rechargeable batteries. So I have to keep paying for batteries. But yeah, the Xbox controller, don't leave home without it. There's so many games that come over to the computer. I'm a big computer gamer, and a lot of them come over from the console. So if you're trying to play with a keyboard and mouse, it's usually pretty rough because those games are more designed to be used with a controller. Little Final Fantasy habit to get into is like when you're going back to town for whatever reason, to just grind up and use up the rest of your spells. Because they just make those fights go a bit faster. Of course, this is only going to like make one monster go faster. So, yeah, not to mention, since I work on a keyboard and mouse all day, it's very helpful to give my hand a break by not using the keyboard. You can use the keyboard with this game, and I don't think it's a big deal. I played as I mentioned before, Dragon Quest 1 through 3. I think using a keyboard, but through an emulation. But honestly, a controller is better. Certain games I feel do work better with the keyboard and mouse. First-person shooters, for example. Playing Orcs Must Die, where you're laying down traps on the ground in between the waves of fights. With the third-person shooting in between there, I tend to like that better with the keyboard and mouse. Yeah, controller for different games for me. I like having the option. When I play Borderlands, I tend to play with the keyboard and mouse over the controller. I just feel like I'm faster with the aim on that. So it just kind of depends. But yeah, when you get to some of these games, it is really a wonder to me that some of these guys are, using a keyboard. And then you'll see people review bomb stuff or rate games poorly because they're playing with the keyboard and the controls suck. And they're upset they can't remap, which, yes, if you're making a PC game, you should make things to where they're easily remapped. It's a PC thing. And Tam goes up in level to 302 hit points, gains agility and stamina. Moogle goes up 2 hit points. So, I get it. I just think it's silly to review bomb something over. Just play with the controller. For those games. Now, Final Fantasy XIV, Final Fantasy XIV and Diablo 3 have something in common for me. And what that is that I play both of those with the keyboard and a mouse to be able... Where do I go next, by the way? Can somebody tell me where to go next? Now I've got the Crystal Doodad of Awesomeness. Where should I be going next? You say that, Chris, as if I have any clue where that's at. So, but I play both of those on the computer with the keyboard and mouse, and then both of those games later I bought on the PlayStation and played with the controller, and those are pretty PC games. But yes, I think they both have great controller implementation and really made those games feel fresh and new to me. And it's nice playing those on the couch with my back and stuff. It's really nice playing those on the couch. North of the First City. Oh, thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. The First City is... I believe, if I can get up there. Press cancel and left trigger to see all the places you can go. Doomerang levels up, gets a whopping 3 hit points. Agility, stamina, intellect all increase. Chew gets 26 more hit points. Agility and stamina increase. I feel like the buttons for this could be a little bit easier. I don't see anything that says Matoya's Cave, actually. But I know the beginning town's right there, so I think I have an idea of what you're talking about. I feel what you're laying down, my friend. Oh no, it's level 1 imps. What will we do? That's hilarious. Both of us made controller. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think Final Fantasy XIV did a really great job with the controller. I think Diablo 3 did a really great job with the controller implementation. I was pretty impressed. It's actually a pretty compelling experience. I don't know if I would go as far as to say it's better than a keyboard and mouse, but it's very compelling, and especially it lets me lay on the couch and not be at a keyboard and mouse, which I do for a day job. It was very nice. Very nice. Highly recommend it. Kind of revitalized Diablo for me for a while. Really. Yeah, it is tough to... I think that's another reason I'm not super big into MMOs. You have to chat. You have to type in chat. I already do enough of that with Discord and stuff like that. I'm all the time trying to get my friends to be like, stop typing to me in Discord. Let's just talk on the voice like this. Because as you guys can see, I'm quite capable of playing and talking at the same time with a lot of my games, especially the more grindy games. Front words, back words, any way you see such a strange spell to swish swishery. And I believe this was the broom that told you how to, or it was one of these brooms here that would tell you how to pull up the minimap. What is this? Eno, Ladna, swish swisheroo. I feel like there's like a hidden message there for me backwards or something, but I'm not seeing it. One, and cancel. Oh, cancel and L1. Cute. Cancel and L1. That is hilarious. Well played, Square Enix. Well played. Read it backwards. That is hilarious. Ouch. My eye. Ouch. Can't see a blasted thing without my crystal eye. Who could have stolen it from me? What's this? My crystal eye? Don't worry, I have something to give you in exchange. Take this potion. It is the most amazing potion in my entire collection. You gain Jolt Tonic. I don't remember Jolt Tonic. That feels new. I can see again. A serum to break even the deepest sleep. Oh, the elf that's sleeping. You're not as attractive as I thought you'd be. Not one of those RPGs where you can check every pot in every book. Fair enough. So we need to take this back to the elf, and then I'll probably log out. Wrap this up. Yeah, back to the elf study with the sleeping elf. Yeah, that much I was able to figure. Oops. Let's see. I can hardly remember. I literally had played this literally last time I played this game was on the NES. I mean, I did dabble at the PSP for a little bit, but I didn't get very far. So... Let's see here. Oh, no, we don't want to go this way. We want to go down this way. Look at the map, Phil. Look at the map. Oh my goodness gracious. So, if you're just joining us, my name is Phil, aka JCServant, the Utah and Polygames with RPGamer.com, your source for news, reviews, and home to the best gaming community on the net. Come join us. We talk about games, RPGs, all day over at discord.com/RPGamer. You can also join the RPG XP channel where we talk about computer gaming and games that I play here on the show. We'd love to have you involved in those conversations. You can catch, this is a surprise stream. This is outside my normal schedule. I'm covering for pause this morning. But you can catch most of my, she will not be able to make it today, but you can catch most of my streams Monday through Saturday at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. That includes tonight, where I will be playing Phantasy Star Online with the living legend himself, Spare Embrace. And then tomorrow night, we'll be doing more Final Fantasy Pixel Remastered. During the weekdays, we are in the middle of the gauntlet of roguelike games. We've been playing a lot of roguelike games. So next Monday, or this Monday coming up, I should say, we're going to be playing Crown Trick. And then soon after that, we're going to have Neoverse. So we'd love to have you all there. Get all these guys here with some lightning. Try to get through this a little faster. Since we're near a town where we can rest anyways. Let's go ahead and do the resty thingy here real quick. Kind of forget you can hit the walk fast button too on this. Whoop. Yeah, that's actually kind of nice. Walk fast, woo! The Jolt Tonic may just be what we need. I'll try it at once. Your Highness, Your Highness. Yeah, this fast walk is in all the remakes, it seems, which really, really helps. I remember in Final Fantasy VI, you have a couple of relic slots on each of your characters, but one of the relics was fast shoes, which just lets you move around faster by pressing the button. That was huge. And it takes up a relic slot, which could be used for something for combat or something. I didn't care. Just walking around faster was worth it. I was having a terrible nightmare. Am I still dreaming? You're the legendary warriors. Something tells me I'm not dreaming. I shall heed the legend, as it was told to me and my forefathers. The time for me to pass on the mystic key to its rightful owners has come at last. Oh, yay, now I get to go back into the Undead Dungeon and unlock all the doors. Okay, well now I have lots of doors to unlock all over the place. So that is an adventure for another... Oh, we can't quick save. Actually, you know what? Just to be on the safe side, it's literally right down here. We'll go ahead and save properly outside. Yeah, so I might do that off of camera. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Alright. So, I'm gonna... before I head out here, a couple of things. First of all, let me see if I can... It's kind of weird. Gotta go in configuration, return tile screen here. First of all, guys, a lot of new options in this remake. I mean, extras. You got a bestiary, which shows you kind of, you know, all the monsters you fight and where they're at, which can be good if you're looking to farm something up. Tells you all the stats. It's really kind of cute. It's really neat. And that's fun to look at. You've also got, let's see here. You got a gallery, which, you know, got some really nice artwork here, showing you original artwork concepts from the game. I really think Square Enix did a really good job here. And I think kudos should be given where kudos is due. There's a lot of things that Square Enix does that makes me unhappy, and I won't buy those games. Certain Final Fantasy games. But when they do a good job, I think it should be praised. And I think this remaster is worth your money. Because they clearly put time and love into this. And did the homework. So you got the gallery here that you can look stuff over and see some of the artwork. And it's beautiful and it's gorgeous. And I think you should check it out. I think it's very, very cool having that in there. I love this stuff. This is just fabulous. Really lovely. As cool as that is, as cool as all that is, the coolest thing on here is the music player. Because you two can have this turned on and playing, and it's great. It's great. So, very awesome music player. Love it. Ah, I love it, 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 love it. Love it. So check all that out there with the remake and the stuff. So, oh, a call from California. Well, we'll just skip that for now. Anywho, I think that's about it for today. I'll be on later on tonight at 9:30. Hope to see you guys then. Hope you all enjoyed this surprise morning stream. Let me know what you thought. Hit me up in Discord. Love to hear more from you. Sir Busenheimer, it's too early for him to be on camera. He hasn't had his full beauty sleep yet, so he's out there doing his thing wherever. But thank you all so much for being on. Thank you, Scar, Kitty, for being on. Spare Hombres, Mighty Tam. Love it. Love Scar. Said Scar. Saying Scar again. Appreciate all of y'all being on. Until next time, my name is Phil, aka JCServant, the Utah and Polygames with RPGamer.com. Hoping that all your future adventures have a really, really cool rockin' soundtrack like this game has. Have a great day. I'll see you later.